good morning there, Sweet Peas. Basic Prepper Mom Myra here. I know it's been a while since I've been on here. So I've noticed something really odd recently, among other things that are going on. So a lot of the creators that I follow on here, on this thing, on this social thing that we call YouTuber, have not been around a lot the last week or so. And I don't know if it's just totally coincidence, if maybe everybody's taking vacation at the same time. I don't know. But I've noticed that about 4 or 5 people that I follow on here have not really uploaded anything for days now, or they've maybe when they were doing like 1, sometimes 2 a day, haven't really done anything. So I just find that kind of odd, and it's things like that kind of stick in the back of my head. Now with me not posting stuff, it's typically just because I get so crazy busy. But for the usuals that are on here, the regulars as I call them, that always will post things. Like I said, sometimes multiple times a day they'll post things depending on what happened, what's happening, and what's coming on. They have not been posting, and it's not just 1 or 2, it's multiple people on here that I follow. So I find that very odd. Now, whether it's a coincidence or not, and I understand, things happen, emergencies happen, people have a life. This is not their whole life. I totally get that. But to have so many, and I don't follow that many people, but to have a group of people not post on here is a little odd. And there's no explanation. There's no explanation for it. So it's just, I don't know if they're being shadow banned. I don't know if they're being whatever the situation. So I just find that odd. So there's just a lot going on. Last night we actually had a foraging presentation that I hosted. It was not mine. I didn't do it. I actually had a couple that came up and from a botanist club, and they did a whole foraging presentation for probably almost 2 hours. It was amazing. A lot of really good, useful information, a lot of good conversation that happened. So I was super excited to have them up. Sadly, they do charge quite a bit for their presentation, and I thought I would have enough people to just cover the cost, and that didn't happen. So I ended up having to pay quite a bit out of my own pocket just to have them there. But it is what it is. I did get a lot of good, useful information. But as I've been talking to certain people, I noticed that the general census across the board is that something is going to happen. Something big is going to happen, and it's going to happen sooner rather than later. So we need to be prepared. And I think the general census is that we're kind of past the point of trying to gather those people aboard that are not like-minded, that are not under the same thought process as us. I think we're kind of past the point of trying to rope people in and say, hey, we're trying to save you, basically. It's past the point of saving people at this point. So I think that now is the time to not try to convert anyone. I hate that word. It sounds really weird. It sounds very cultish, right? Don't convert them. But now is not the time to really start focusing on people and what they're doing, and hey, you need to change your ways, you need to do that. Now is the time to focus on really getting those communities solid. So those people that are already doing what you're doing, those people that are already preparing and stocking and storing and learning and really wanting to get their tribes together. Now is definitely the time to do that. I have a confession to make. So I have our monthly meeting tomorrow night, and we're gonna have to have a bit of a come to Jesus meeting, is what I call it, because I get on here and I preach as to what you should be doing, what you need to be doing. I do the same thing in our monthly meetings. Hey, you guys need to be doing this, and this. You really need to step it up. You really need to be doing this. But in my life, I'm not doing that. because I'll tell you why. Because I am so busy. You know, I basically work a couple different jobs. I am, you know, trying to do things to prepare for my monthly meeting. I'm trying to do all of this stuff. And I just have run out of time to do what I need to do with my own family and my own house. And I have to make that a priority now, because I can get on here and I can talk all day long about what we need to do, what we don't need to do, and what you need to do. But when it comes to my real life, I'm not doing what I need to. I am not doing a garden like I need to. I'm kind of just half budding it. I don't want to cuss on here. And I'm not food preserving like I should be doing. And it's because all of my time is taken up with trying to help other people and trying to get these meetings going and trying to do all of this stuff and trying to work, that I don't have time for my own self and my own family because I'm worried about everybody else, basically, is what's going on. And I think that's where we need to all, because I know a lot of you out there, if you're in this kind of lifestyle, you're kind of a doer anyway, and you definitely are probably a helper and you want to continue to help people. I'm here to say that, and I talk about this all the time, put you and your family first. First and foremost, you and your family. I tell people that all the time, but I don't do it for me and my family. And I feel like I'm going to get caught in that. Like it's going to come back and bite me in the butt. So I've decided that I'm going to take a lot of things off my plate. I'm going to scale it back because I need to focus, especially now that the weather is nicer now and it's going to stay that way. I need to focus now on myself and my family and getting our stuff up and running. So that's what we need to be doing. We need to be focusing on ourselves a little bit more. Need to be selfish, really need to be selfish. It's okay to be selfish for a while in this aspect. So that's what I have to talk about today. I hope you guys have a wonderful, amazing day. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. I hope you guys have a great day and we'll talk to you soon.